In this episode of Dunavant TV, we're going to go over how to review your scheduled stops and look at the details associated with each of them. First, from your home screen, make sure you've selected the OmniTrax XRS tab and launch the XRS application. If you're not already logged into the XRS application, enter your username and password, log in. Once you're at the home screen for XRS, there are two ways to access your scheduled stops. At the very bottom of your home screen, you will see any scheduled stops that you have with your next stop as the first thing listed. You can either click on it here at the very bottom, below where it says no new messages, stop 0. Click on it, and you can get to the list of your schedule. Or from the home screen, click on the menu button at the top left, the 3 bars, and select the schedule. This will also list your current stops. There are 3 tabs that stops can fall under: past, current, and future. Any stops with a scheduled stop date of today will be underneath current. Any ones in the past will be under past. If I did not execute these stops today, tomorrow they would show up underneath the past tab. Anything that you've been pre-dispatched on that are for stops of a future date will lie underneath the future. If you want more details associated with the stops, besides what you see in this screen, you can rotate your tablet sideways, and this will lengthen the subject line and give you more details. Now notice the stops are in order of 0, 1, and 2. You always want to make sure to execute your stops in the sequence that you're supposed to, in the order. You'll also notice that because there are hazmat materials on stops 1 and 2, after the live load, it's got the little hazmat warning notification at the very beginning of the stop. Now, within the stops, you've got 4 pages of information very similar to the stops to the information that we had on the dispatch. Your first page is just the information screen. It's got where the out gate is going to be, followed by any notes and your trip and order number. The second page is any stop information associated with it. The name of the stop, the address, city, state, and zip, phone number, any instructions, and a little code at the bottom for the stop name. You can also click on the map if the map button is lit up, and it will bring you to Google Maps, and you can zoom out and see exactly where you're going stopwise. You can click the back arrow to get back in the stop, and on page 3, it's got your container and chassis information. Now, this is an export shipment, so we don't have a container and chassis information yet. We'll enter those in the activities after we've began the stop. Page 4, lastly, is any reference numbers and dates associated with the trip. If you have a chassis release number to pick up your chassis or a box release number, they'll be here. Your dates, again, last free day, per diem last free day, appointment date, and cutoff date. You can look at any one of your stops before actually beginning them to look at the details associated with them. Again, from the home screen, you have 2 ways to access your stops: from the very bottom bar, where your stop is listed, and then again, from the menu bar. In the next episode, we'll go over how to begin your stops and do activities associated with them.